All right, guys, how's it going? As you can see, I'm not in my normal working environment in España. No, I'm here in Manhattan, in New York City, Murica, that's right. Now, before I get into this video, I want to give a shout out to a good friend of mine back home in Spain, Jamie Summers. He left a comment yesterday on one of my videos on here saying that his pop passed today. This was yesterday. A big red and obviously a Liverpool man through and through. His name was John, and I just want to give a little nod to John and Jamie. Jamie, if you're watching this video, brother, I mentioned this a little bit more on my morning briefing today, which is on my other YouTube channel. The little thing will come up at the end of this video, or there's a link in the video description, mate. It's youtube.com/Duncan Oldham. I did my morning briefing today and I gave you a mention, Jamie, so come on, man, I hope you're all right, kid. Right. I needed to touch on that in case Jamie didn't see that on the other channel. So, in this video, we're going to be talking about Alexander-Arnold, and the headline. It's not. This video is not going to be really like revealing, and I guess we'll keep it real around it. It's not sensational, but there is an article about Trent Alexander-Arnold today. Well, a little bit about him in the Spanish media. I want to show you the actual thing. 1 minute, please. I'm going to show you it so you can get a feel for it. It was in AS, and I'm just going to show it to you. That's a page. That's the full page in the publication, so you can see that they are using his name there, despite the article not being all about him, and they're using obviously a very large image of him. So it's like a 3/4 article in AS, all right? And I'll tell you what it says, if I can find my notes. Here we go. The headline said, Alexander-Arnold, a midfielder and a centre-back, all right? AS feature a large image of Trent Alexander-Arnold smiling alongside a headline that underscores Real Madrid's transfer priorities this summer. The article opens by stating that Madrid's collapse against Arsenal only highlighted the urgent need to strengthen the squad, as Rafa Benitez would say, squad, for sure. And that signing just Trent Alexander-Arnold won't be enough. For months, the club's top-level plan was simple: Alexander-Arnold and Alphonso Davies. Davies, however, made a U-turn, leaving Madrid needing alternatives. And I was speaking to Jose Felix Diaz, the Marca, best journalist concerning Real Madrid, in my opinion. And I've mentioned this a few times, but just in case you've missed any of that, despite what you might call arrogance and the Madrid-based media saying it's done, it's this, that, and the other, the feeling at Real Madrid is that they're confident they're going to get Trent, but they've been stung before. Kylian Mbappe, 2022, told them for a year he was signing for them, and then on the week it was supposed to happen, U-turned. They know it can happen. Alphonso Davies, U-turned, stayed where he is. Although that situation was described as not comparable. I don't think Real Madrid were that bothered about Davies. It was just trying to get the freebies, They didn't try and offer cash for him in January. They did with Trent. But there is an absolute air of confidence in Madrid regarding Trent. But until they go there, this is what I was told, until they go there, Real Madrid will never take it as guaranteed, despite the Trent camp saying, we won't U-turn, we won't U-turn. All right, so I just wanted you to know that. But some of you, if you follow my morning review of the Spanish press, you'll know that we've done this for ages. Them situations, Davies and Alexander-Arnold were running together, sit tight, don't sign new deals, we'll come and get you. Anyway, Davies U-turned. In defence and midfield, Madrid now have their eyes on Dean Huijsen, 19, centre-back, no introduction. I'm going to bear my ass in Madrid, all right, if we sign that boy, because the likes of Ornstein want you to believe that Liverpool are in for him. Now, I always listen to what Ornstein says, and I always listen to what Joyce says. But what do I always say to you after that? They're the only two you listen to. But what do I always say to you? Always be careful of a little propaganda, because sometimes they do that shit. And I really, really want to believe that we got a chance of signing Dean Huijsen, and that Liverpool are desperately serious to go pay the £50 million release clause. But I can't. There's a part of me that keeps saying they're putting this out there because of the Konate contract negotiations. Do you know what I mean? It's shit that you have to think like that. We should be trying to sign Dean Huijsen. Anyway, Madrid have their eyes on him. Also, Martin Zubimendi. Don't want to know about man Zubimendi. Well, we're talking about Martin Zubimendi. He's 26, midfielder for control and organisation, right? So they've got their eyes on them. So they've got Trent, they think. The Huijsen and Zubimendi under consideration. Both players have release clauses with Bournemouth and Real Sociedad. It tells you the figures. We wouldn't need to go into that. While those fees, well, we better do actually. Both players have 60 million euro release clauses at Bournemouth and Real Sociedad, 51.5 million pounds. While those fees aren't extreme for Spain internationals, Madrid would need to sell first. The club wants to avoid returning to heavy spending, preferring fiscal restraint. I've told you this. Do you remember when I said to you, Real Madrid do not want to pay the £50 million release clause? They don't. They want to negotiate it down. Liverpool, go in and pay the money. Try and convince the lad that he should be at Liverpool, man. Fucking brilliant player. Honest guy, he's mint. He's not just a great defender. He's like an attacking midfielder when he goes forward, and he can pin that ball around like fucking Jan Mulby. I'm not joking. He's fucking mint, that kid. Right. Their current approach: focus on free transfers or expiring contracts, a policy that's yielded success with Alaba, Rudiger and Mbappe, and Trent is expected to follow this pattern. But the article warns that relying solely on these kind of deals can hurt the sporting project. Case in point, Alphonso Davies. Madrid allowed him to slip away and now won't be signing a new starting left-back. Instead, they'll stick with Mendy and Garcia. Now, so there's not really a lot in there about Trent, all right? But I've picked the article out because I want to show you how they're still showing these big pictures of Trent. You know, they're it's going to happen. And, also it mentions Huijsen and Zubimendi. But again, the Trent stuff's not dying down. They didn't put a picture of Huijsen. They didn't put Zubimendi. It's Zubimendi, right? But in my region of Spain, they pronounce it Zubimendi. All right, so I've got to do that Cafiona tells me, right, back home. So I just wanted to tell you, Trent's still in the papers. They're still using his images. They still think it's going to happen. Publicly, that's the image they're portraying. But internally at Real Madrid, they're like, oh, you know, we've got to get it fucking sad, you know. Interesting stuff. It'd be funny as fuck if Trent U-turned. Honestly, it would. I'd piss my pants. There we go. I don't think he's going to, but there you go. So that's it. I won't bore you any longer. I'll try and keep the video brief. I'll jog on. Not literally, unless there's an ice cream van around here. I'm going. All right? I'm off for a pint today. So, that super thanks button. Yeah, fucking do. Yeah, you do. Come on. God loves a grifter. He does. Now, not only that, it pisses my haters off as well. All right? Who'd begrudge buying me a pint, man? Come on, man. I mean, come on. All the effort. I'm on my jollies and I'm still making fucking videos. I won't have it any other way. No, seriously, if you appreciate the video, if you like the video, if you found it interesting, please thumbs up the video. Please drop me a comment. If you want to buy me a coffee or a beer, there's a super thanks button. I love that under the video. There's also other shit in the video description. That's it. All right. If you do, I always give a shout out on my morning briefings. Go to my other channel, Duncan Oldham. Go and have a look. There's a morning briefing on there today with all the shout outs from yesterday. Some real fucking heroes on there. Definitely, man. Mint. Yeah, I love my peoples. All right, I'll see you later, guys. Let me know if you've got any opinions on this, and we'll speak real soon. All right, I might be going live this afternoon. Well, it'll be your evening. I might do. I might go to the Perfect Pint, you know what I'm saying? Speak to you in a bit. All right.